my position there is, well, what I have seen in the past is that we are focusing on propaganda, on commercials, in movie houses. I think we have to go down barangay level. Well, the government now is doing that, but the city should augment and supplement this effort by going down barangay level. If you go down to the barangay kagawads and the kapitans, they know which specific areas
Yes, but
are
are you
involved.
are you happy with the tenor and direction and the implementation of 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 the drug war?
Of the national
Of the
government.
national war on
Yeah.
drugs, and as it's been implemented in Quezon City,
Yeah.
for example.
When we talk about, if we are talking about intensity, oh, I'm happy with how intense that the national government is pushing to eradicate the problem. Now, if we talk about process, there have been reports on violations of the rights of individuals. I think I would not agree with violations, definitely.
What you're saying is that you agree with the idea or the need for a war on drugs and the intensity of the drug war,
Yes.
but you have some issues, at least some issues,
Yeah.
with the way it is being waged. I'd like to go into these issues. If I said it correctly, what
Yes,
are these
yes.
issues?
Well, we have our program, and we give free legal advice there also. So we encounter several walk-in clients who give us their version of what transpires. So for me, we could give that the benefit of the doubt, and probably look further into their statements, and go through the process of filing the cases. I could say, that I have heard it
More than
more
once.
than once. Yes,
How-
I
I
have
mean-
heard it more than once.
But your party seems to be fine with the way the drug war is being waged. I mean, if you ask the PDP Laban, they're firmly, squarely behind the drug war and how it's being waged.
If you would ask me regarding the intensity, yes, we have to be this intense in this war, because we might lose it, or we are losing it, and in fact that could be seen by the number of victims, the number of users and pushers that have surfaced because of the intensity of the war. So regarding the intensity, I'm with the party. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
but how do you reconcile that now with your concern for due process and rules when let's face it,
Yeah.
a recklessness and a looseness when it comes to rules is precisely the hallmark of the intensity that you think is fine.
Yeah, when we speak of due process, okay, there should be due process. We have to protect the rights of the residents, but then you have to. What I'm saying is we have to balance it.
Okay.
We have also we have to protect also the implementors,
Ah, sige.
the policemen. That's why.
Okay, then let's talk
Yeah.
about accountability. Assuming that what you hear is true,
Oh,
where
yeah.
is the accountability? With the police, with the mayor, with the barangay captains? Where?
The accountability would be on the person that did this with the knowledge that it is wrong. And if it is the police, then they should be held accountable. If the mayor is aware that this is happening, then he should also be held accountable.
What about the words of the president? Do you think the president's words when he says, and I've asked this of all local candidates, even Vice Mayor
Yeah.
Belmonte, do you think the president's words when he says, wag kayong mag-alala mga pulis ko, I mean, kahit anong gawin nyo, walang makukulong, sagot ko kayo. Do you think that that the president's words carry weight that will tend to encourage
Yeah.
the police being loose with the rules? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, again, we have to balance it. The words of the president saying that, probably, I could only surmise that probably he said that because he knows the gravity of the war against drugs. And probably he knows that the drug lords and the pushers would do everything to discredit the people trying to prevent them from their business. So probably because of that, that is the statement of the president. And if I was in his place, I would do that.
Granted, I mean,
Yeah,
but let me rephrase it.
Yes, yes.
The legal assistance that you and your father have been doing for a long time, you've been doing it for a long time. Did you notice a difference in the nature of these complaints after President Duterte came into office? Dumami ba yung mga nagsasabing, uy, pinasok na lang kami ng polis, walang warrant?
Yeah, the example that I mentioned occurred after the president has.
Dumami.
Well, dati wala, halos wala. Dati halos wala. Dito nagkaroon. Yan ang statistics-wise ganon.
Well, to Robbie's point, yes, you and your father have made a name for yourselves fighting for the rights of the downtrodden, making sure that due process is respected. But at the same time, I'd like to ask you your opinion of how we should view it every time the president says, and he said this twice, na kung ako kasama dun sa raid na yon, nilabas ko yung mga suspect niyan, dinala ko sa likod, pinagbabaril ko sa sarili ko.
Yeah.
Again, how do we take that?
Again, I would answer that with my statement that we should balance the situation and consider it in the context of an intense wage of war against the
You're saying the intensity, the need for an intense battle against
drug
drugs. But wouldn't that also be in conflict with the? Couldn't that possibly be in conflict with the principle of due process?
Yeah, you could weigh it that way, but again, if we look at the where our policemen are going to, if you look at the danger that they are facing, and if you have a president that would speak diplomatically or speak weakly,
yes, sir.
Then as a policeman, I would think twice before waging war, because I don't have a backing.
We understand the need
That's the
to
other
support,
side. Yeah, that's the other side.
Police
Yeah.
in the fight against drugs.
But we cannot. We still have to
Yes, sir.
make sure
but at the
that
same
the due
time,
process is
the
followed.
president also tends to inflate the number of casualties on the side of the police. I mean, on a regular basis, he says 3 policemen are killed every day in the drug war, and sometimes he says there are 5 to 6 policemen who are killed every day, and once he even said 7 to 8 policemen killed every day, and that's an amazing number. But of course, we support the idea that the rights of the police also have to be protected because they are civil servants.